Peace and love, family. Welcome back to my channel. If you're new, please like and subscribe. And I want to say thank you and happy Wednesday to everyone. Thank you, Daya, and others for your patience. I got called into a meeting earlier that kind of ran overtime, and so I had to postpone the time for Ask the Herbalist Hour. And I want to say thank you for your patience and for waiting. And I have special evening planned for us in discussion, and I really appreciate the positive feedback that I've been getting over the last few weeks from the listening audience. Also want to thank you and say I appreciate love each and every one of you who supports me and participates and joins us for the Healing Cipher on Plugged In Radio, which is my radio and TV show that's on Monday nights at 7 p.m. on the Plugged In Radio Network. We moved to a new studio, and since November, we had our reopening and the new episodes of the show. And I work really hard to make sure that we have good quality content every week. And I so enjoy engaging with you guys in the audience and in the chat room. And I really, really appreciate, and it feels good to know that people are supporting and getting their answers to their questions, especially about health and wellness, and that the show is motivating people to make better choices about their diet and their lifestyle, and just sparking the conversation to begin talking about doing things differently or being healthier, being more peaceful in their world, or whatever impact that the shows and this channel is having on you, on your life. I would really like to hear from you. Good vibes only. And I just continue to work hard to provide good quality content and a comfort zone or a healing space on social media. So, with that being said, good evening, everyone. And tonight we're going to be talking about coping with holiday stress. It is December, and this is the 7th day of the month of December. And December is a very busy time of year and a very special time of year for many different reasons. One is the holiday season. There's several holidays this time of year, including Christmas, Kwanzaa, Hanukkah, and some others. And also, the winter solstice is this month, which is also very significant and is celebrated and honored throughout the world. And all of these things cause people to have a lot of excitement and a lot of anticipation. And with that, there can also be anxiety and stress associated with it. And a lot of people reach out to me and talk to me about their issues that they're facing, particularly with mental health or their emotional health. And this time of year can be very stressful for a lot of people. And so we're going to be talking about some ways to cope with that and some strategies, because I'm all about helping to solve problems. I love helping people solve issues. And the holidays is a stressful time for many different reasons. One is some people feel pressured to buy gifts and to buy like holiday decor, putting up lights, decorating their homes, decorating their office, decorating their place of work, making things look cheery and bright, if you will. And that stuff costs money. And right now the current climate in this country is a lot of inflation, rising prices on a lot of things, and that makes a lot of people feel stressed and anxious to meet certain expectations that their family has of them, or their culture, or their friends or relatives or whatever has of them. So that's one source of stress. Some people feel very stressed about the gift giving season. Some people actually, really get stressed out and worried about the gifts that they're purchasing. Are they buying enough? Are they buying the right thing? Um, is what I'm buying, if are they gonna like it, or whatever. Some people get really anxious about what they're getting. Um, Another thing that causes stress during the holiday season is where a lot of folks are facing grief at this time. They may have lost a loved one, and the holidays is a painful time for them because of the memories that they had with that special loved one. And now that the loved one may have transitioned or is not fully present anymore in their lives during the holiday season, and that can cause them to feel a lot of anxiety, grief, dread. Some people don't like this time of year simply because they have lost a loved one, or they're in a state of grief, mourning, and they don't have, or they may not have anyone to spend this time of year with that's meaningful in their lives. And so that can cause another source of stress to a lot of people. Um, some people are stressed out because they don't have the money this year to travel to be with loved ones during the holidays, which they normally do. And that those all of these reasons for the stress is significant and important because we're all different. We're all having different experiences in this thing we call life. And so, how one person copes with stress is totally different from how another person copes. And you may be in a good space this year, but you don't know what's going to be happening in the next few months. And you may find yourself in the same space that someone else is in, feeling a sense of loss, feeling a sense of mourning and grief, and not wanting to connect with others. Also, the winter season, a lot of people experience something called seasonal affective disorder, where they get kind of sad, bluesy around the winter season when the earth is getting more less sunlight. They spend more time inside. They do what I call hibernating, where a lot of people, once it gets cold outside, they decide that they're not going out as much anymore. They become less active. They kind of stay in the home more, stay in the dark more, and they'll actually start to feel sluggish, somewhat, sad, a lack of energy. They start sleeping more, they start eating heavier. All of this is something that a lot of people experience this time of year, and that can also lead to stress during the holiday season. So today we're going to be talking about ways to strategies for coping with that stress. So one thing that you can do, and I recommend this for all forms of stress, whether it's the holiday season or not, is finding your comfort zone. Find your comfort zone and stay in it. That's why it's called a comfort zone. That is a place, a zone that you go into that keeps you feeling comfort, that keeps you feeling grounded, that keeps you feeling a sense of a sanity. And you have to focus on your comfort zone and what that looks like for you. So last week, we had Dr. Asar on the show, and we were talking about dealing with toxic relatives during the holiday season. And so, if you are one of those people who has toxic family, toxic relatives, or narcissistic people in your family, or close relatives, and that are making life miserable or difficult for you, you may need to go no contact with them, and that will be your comfort zone. Or you may find that you need to distance yourself from them during the holiday season if you know that they're going to make it more stressful for you or more uncomfortable. Just the thought of being around them during the holiday season may make you start feeling anxiety attacks, may make you feel, nauseous, uncomfortable, give you a stomach ache in your core as soon as you think about being around them, or having them over, or having to deal with, that kind of behavior. So that's stepping out of your comfort zone. So if your comfort zone is no contact with the mischief makers, then that's your comfort zone and you have to stay in it. And you don't let anyone compromise your comfort zone or make you feel guilty for it, because this is what you do to make yourself feel good and feel grounded and um connected to yourself. Okay, so your comfort zone is just that, your comfort zone. This is where you go and this is where you stay, where you feel um loved and supported, or where you feel secure, like your security blanket. That's for you, and no one else can um interfere or sabotage your comfort zone. So I strongly recommend finding a comfort zone. That could be setting boundaries, that could look like focusing on the positive, avoiding toxic uncomfortable situations and people and things. So find your comfort zone and stay in it. If you got to put a wall around you energetically and physically, then do that. Find your comfort zone. All right. Next thing that I would recommend is also dealing with all kinds of stress is have a daily spiritual practice. The spiritual practice helps you, it equips you with the tools that you need to handle all situations. There is I think a spiritual solution to every situation. And you have to determine what that looks like for you. But each day you should have a spiritual practice, because we are spiritual beings first, having this human experience. And yes, we have human problems, but the spiritual or the divine aspect of us is going to help us when it comes to coping with any kind of situation, any trouble, any bad news that comes your way. You should always have a spiritual practice to go to keep yourself feeling grounded, feeling nurtured, and feeling secure and comforted. Okay, so your spiritual practice could be prayer, meditation, reading some kind of scripture every day, um doing zikr with your zikr beads, chanting mantras, decrees, whatever it is that you need. That's what you should do daily to help you cope through any kind of situation. Another thing to do when dealing with stress is learn to relax. Learn to relax. Relaxation looks different for everybody. Relax could be, maybe you need to take a nap every day to refresh yourself, a power nap. Learn to relax could just be focusing on your breath, learning how to breathe fully and completely. A lot of times when we get stressed, we start breathing shallow and we just breathe in our chest and not down from our abdomen. So you want to breathe fully and completely. Practice breathing techniques with yoga, or you may find someone online that does breath work. There's many different practitioners out here that do that now, and they can teach you that. So the breathing will help you manage stressors and manage stress in the body. Stress can be a silent killer. And a lot of times we don't realize that stress is harming us until it's full blown or it's too late. So learn to breathe through situations, learn to breathe fully and completely. This will help you also with relaxing. Take up some relaxing exercises such as yoga, tai chi, qigong, martial arts also, or whatever type of movement that will help you relax. And also just relaxing your mind, learning to take control of your mind, taking control of your situation, regardless of what the situation is that may be causing you stress. Learn to find your comfort zone and relax. Take charge of the situation and relax your mind, soothe and comfort yourself. Um, Another thing, remember your needs. This time of year, people focus on a lot of giving to others, but always remember yourself first. Always remember what you need and attend to your needs. I know a lot of us as parents, we feel that we want to give our children the best holiday season possible. So we may work extra hard to make it perfect for them, save up money for months to purchase things that they want, to give them the best memories and experiences, or doing things for relatives and loved ones. You may want to give your employees a big bonus this year, or a big party, or whatever. All of those things are great for others, but don't forget yourself in the process. Don't forget your needs. Don't neglect yourself. Don't neglect your healthy, eating habits this year, just, because it's the holidays. Don't neglect exercise, and don't neglect taking care of yourself and pampering yourself. Don't neglect your health, your self-care, and your self-love, and what's best for you during this time. So remember you too when you're out shopping for other people, when you're out do-gooding for other people and organizing and planning things for the holiday season. Remember you too and what's best for you. If you're feeling overwhelmed and if you're feeling stressed, trying to plan a lot of things or do things for other people this time of year, then just take a step back and take a break. Don't do too much. Don't do too much. Don't feel obligated to do too much. Don't feel obligated to buy things that you can't afford right now, or don't feel obligated to do things that is beyond your comfort zone. Remember, number one is the comfort. Stay in your comfort zone. Do what's best for your needs as well. So always remember your needs, okay? Next thing, offer services instead of gifts. You don't always have to give people gifts during the holiday season to show that you care about them. You can also offer services. Services like maybe you want to help someone with something that they need, which would be the true essence of giving. So let's say there's someone in your neighborhood that maybe they're, elderly or sick and shut in, pay them a visit, check on them, maybe offer to help them do something kind for someone else. You know, there may be some children that need a trip to the library or something. Just do something to help another person, which is the true essence of the gift giving season. Is not how much the gift costs. And you don't have to even buy things when you do services, or you do things and offer help to someone. That will be a lasting memory. That will be something that will be a great blessing to the person that you gift this service to, as well as yourself. It'll be reciprocal. So consider that this year instead of buying gifts, and help someone paint their house. I mean, it's so many services that you can help somebody paint, teach somebody how to cook, help someone clean out their car, visit somebody that never gets visits, help somebody make some crafts, do something to spread holiday cheer and make someone else happy, or make someone else feel loved or wanted and valued. And it doesn't always have to be money. Gifts. Volunteer at a shelter, volunteer at I don't know, if you live near orphanages, or a group home or something like that. Volunteer to do something there to help the youth or the seniors, or people with disabilities or whatever. And there's a lot of people out here that live alone, or people who are lonesome, or just emotionally needy, and a little kindness goes a long way. A little kindness, a little everybody needs love and generosity. So being kind to others, sharing a meal with people, sharing a laugh with them, making them feel loved and appreciated and valued is great this time of year. And I think people will appreciate and value that more than a gift, of a monetary gift that you give them. creating those memories, showing them how much you care about them and how special and important they are. That will touch their soul and their heart, and they'll remember that longer. Another thing you can do is, if you are feeling stressed financially, is make homemade crafts as gifts, baked goodies, cookies, brownies, cakes, pies. Some people like fruit cakes, whatever you like, people like, make that and share that with them. It's the thought that counts. And so they would appreciate that you took the time and your energy to create something with your hands to share with them. It doesn't always have to be something really expensive. So homemade crafts, things that you make a wreath for someone. You can make I don't know, some artwork or whatever you have the talent to do that for another person. Make some, like I said, the baked goodies. Everybody like some kind of treat, and things like that. People will remember, and it's less expensive. So those are some things that you can do to help alleviate some of the holiday stress. Another thing you can do is just spend quality time with people who really matter. Show them the love and the support. Um, Gift giving is great. Everybody likes surprise, everybody likes gifts, but to surprise someone and spend quality time with them, you know, um, sharing a meal with them or a cup of coffee or whatever, some hot tea, have a tea break with someone. People remember those things, and people will remember that you came to visit them, or pick them up to spend some quality time with them during the holiday season, and that will be such a blessing and reward to you as well that you did that. um, a lot of people get gifts from people, that are somewhat impersonal, but the time and the energy that you spend with others is priceless. So remember that. So just spending quality time, it could be the best gift ever, and it's something that people will remember. This time of year, we talk about peace on earth and peace towards, everyone during this season. And so, in order to have peace on earth, we have to start with the peace within us and developing peace within us, and how we feel about ourselves and how we feel about and treat others. So, what good is getting a really expensive gift from someone that can't stand you and you don't get along with, and they're just doing this because it's the holiday season? That's not the true spirit of giving, and that's not promoting peace, which is what we should be striving for in our daily lives and when we're dealing with each other, and focusing on being a more peaceful person and more loving and more caring within our hearts, and how we treat one another and treat others is so much more important. And instead of focusing on just the gift giving aspect of the holiday season. So let peace begin with me. Another thing that we can do also, just because it's wintertime and it's cold out, I know, well, on this side of the earth is really, we're in the northern hemisphere. It's very cold, and we spend more time inside. But please spend time in nature. Remember, nature heals. Nature is the best vitamin for a lot of things. And also, they've done studies that when people spend time in nature daily, that it actually helps reduce stress, helps reduce their blood pressure. So take a moment to spend time in nature. There's some fun things that you can do in the winter months, outdoor activities, sporting events. I know people playing like football and things like that outside this time of year. Um, if you're a person that likes snowing, snow, you can go skiing, snowboarding, take daily walks outside, even if it's just for a few minutes, just to get the fresh air and to connect with nature. You can still connect with nature in the winter, although it's despite the temperatures. And that will help also eliminate some stress. We spend a lot of time indoors, and going within during this time of year, which is fine, but you still need that communion with nature and with the earth. And although it's cold and it feels like, the earth is sleeping, is really not. And that energy exchange is still very much present. You can still find the joy and the beauty in the winter season. If you are someone that just doesn't like the cold at all, then make an effort to do some traveling this time of year. Like, go on a trip, go somewhere where it's warm, even if it's just for a few days, just to recoup and to reconnect to nature. So all of these things I'm suggesting are very helpful and useful, I hope, when it comes to having a healthy and stress-free and happy holiday season. And I would love to hear from you all. And if you could share with me in the comment section if you found any of this useful to you, and if you've tried it and what were some of the results. I would love to hear from you. And I hope each and every one of you, regardless of what season, holiday season is for you, I hope and pray that you all are surrounded by love and peace, prosperity, and good will this holiday season, and many, many blessings. Thank you. And thank you, Dia, for joining me. You said yes, it was very useful. Thank you, beloved. Love you too. Love you too. And please, um, let me know how if you use some of these suggestions and what was the outcome. Please share that with us in the comment section. And I look forward to next week's live. Um, and we will there's going to be an event coming up soon for the solstice, starting on 12/12 until 12/21, which is the solstice, with Heal Humanity. So I will be doing some live meditations on that, on the Heal Humanity channel on YouTube and on Facebook, beginning on 12/12. So if you follow me on Instagram, you will see the posts that have been posted. And if not, you can check Heal Humanity on Facebook, and you'll see the upcoming event starting on 12/12. And the days from 12/12 until 12/21 is actually 9 days. And so it's going to be 9 days of us working on a light activation for the upcoming season. And you can also find us at hashtag Be the Light on the longest night. So look out for that. And I hope that each and every one of you again has a wonderful evening, wonderful holiday season, peace, blessings, and much prosperity. Namaste.